So in 1950, whatever, 7, Playboy wasn't too risque yet, but it was the most risque thing that you could find, and I thought those ladies needed clothes. So I got my purple crayon and I drew clothes on the ladies, and my dad was like, well, I just buy them for the articles, but he ended up hiding the Playboys, and I had my little kit, and it had a couple charcoals in it and some pastels and this little jointed figure, but I always drew ballet dancers and horses when I was young. I always thought that I was going to be an artist. I had 30 years of doing hair, or actually almost 40 years of doing hair, and I wish that I would have been more focused on being an artist back when I was a teenager, when I started drawing portraits on the streets. But everything that you do contributes to what goes on that canvas, and so all those years of hairdressing and those one-on-one conversations with people in my salon and touching people that way, I think relates a lot to what I do now as an artist. That I wanted to paint the living descendants of the legendary local people in Vancouver. I had gotten an opportunity to have a show at the library, and I thought, well, this would be a perfect thing to highlight historic folks in this community. There were several people that I contacted, and they were all men, and none of the men were comfortable with me painting them. In fact, I couldn't get anyone to sit, and I got real frustrated about it, and I thought, well, I guess I'm not going to be able to do this. I was having a conversation last year with a friend of mine who's a fellow artist, and she had just moved into a steel foundry studio, and her studio mates are the people that created the Founding Mothers public art piece down at Esther Short Park, the Heart and Stone. And she had mentioned Founding Mothers, and I thought, Founding Mothers, ooh, that's a neat idea. Maybe I should bring this idea forward and paint Founding Mothers. So Lee said, well, why don't you contact the Y, because it's their 100-year centennial. So I did that, and Kate says, well, if you want to craft a letter, we'll send a letter out, and we'll send it out to these women that we'd like to see honored in this special way. And I said, okay, so I put a letter together, and then because Kate had the email addresses of many of these women, we sent out the letters, and most of them responded, and they responded favorably, and I thought, yes, women will let me paint them. And if you look around my studio, you probably will see more women than men in most of my paintings. So it's just a thing. I don't know, men maybe just aren't that comfortable with it, but that's how the idea started to percolate. The city had declared Vancouver the Year of the Woman for 2016. And so I wanted to bring, an awareness of some of the strong and giving women that have made headway here in Clark County. This exhibit should travel and should be able to be enjoyed by all kinds of people. The bio, to see that these women were amazing, spectacular women who made all these wonderful contributions to our community. But I also hope that, they're all individual, and I hope that comes out. I hope that when you look at those portraits, you can see and feel the emotion that was part of them, and it means everything.